Okay, we are live. I wanted to tell the story about how I met Lord Empress Space Mom Rez. I just moved to Roseville, and I'd only been in town for a few weeks. I noticed that Space Mom was playing in Ann Arbor, which is about an hour west. So I decided, take my money now, sort of thing. I got my tickets maybe about a week ahead of time. So I took, the day came, what was it, like the 24th of February? Fine details. The 23rd, so it was a few months ago. So I got there extra early, took 696, probably got there like 8:30, and I found the parking really easily, which is something that's unique for me. So I was driving on the street, wherever the Necto Nightclub is. I passed it, made a right immediately, and there was the garage. So that's cool. I found it. So I got out of my car and I make it to the sidewalk, and I'm the only one standing for a moment. So I thought, wow, it's Space Mom, you'd expect it to be around the block, but hey, maybe not everybody in Ann Arbor is keen to the greatness. Either way, I was there for a bit, and I was met by a couple of other guys about my age, and I thought, great, there's 3 beatnik rejects waiting for the Space Mom concert. But we got to talking, and one of the guys was a producer under the name of RIPCREATE. I've listened to his stuff, it's pretty good, so I recommend it. Link in the description. And so we waited a bit. We were met with a couple more of the Cult of Rez. And these were some some good-looking young ladies, but they were in Space Mom cosplay, so it was kind of fun. Maybe not like a true cosplay, but they had the hat and the parted hair, and I think goggles as well, maybe. Or maybe that's something we found inside. So we were chilling for a bit, and because there were just 5 of us, this guy walked to the front, the doors, and he was Brian the opener. That's all we know as of now, or at that point, that's all we knew. So it was Brian the opener walked by, and we were like, oh my gosh, congratulations. Or at least one of the girls was like, good job. So we get in, there's Brian the opener playing. I hope his name is Brian. I'd feel really bad if it's not Brian. And there were many balloons above us, and on the walls there were these golden drama masks. I guess that's what you call it, with like the sad and the happy expression. And it's an intimate club, a nice place to see Reese. And there was a bar. I probably had a bourbon and Coke. And so the night persisted. There were more DJs. And it was a good show. What can I say? It's Space Mom. There was a point... Well, initially I was sort of stage left-ish and looking up. But I remember when the DJ before her was playing, there was this glass enclosure stage right. And you could see Rez for a good 30 minutes before she even went on. And so she was just kind of hanging out with whoever was backstage. And so I was like fangirling. And but it was so cool because there was a point where she was about to go on, but I guess she was testing her goggles. So her back was to the audience, but for a brief moment, she had the goggles on, and then she turned around, and everybody lost it. So that was pretty cool. And then I was by the bar for a bit, and the bar was sort of up some stairs. So I stood up, I walked up the stairs and got a drink, and then there was this booth that was positioned like right across from where Rez was playing. So I just kind of was vibing for a bit and standing there at sort of eye level on the other side of the venue, just kind of watching and admiring. And she dropped a bit of like dead mouse and stuff, so I was pretty happy with that. And so afterwards, there was a bit of a meet and greet, or the people who wanted to meet her could go up some stairs, and there she was, like taking pictures and accepting maybe minor gifts. I had this military cap that had some video game buttons on it, and so I thought, I don't want to ask for a photograph. I don't know if we're on that level, but I mean, everybody was. I just have a weird thing about it, or I don't like to. It's like, I wish I had something to give her. You know, I'd sort of been toying with Adobe Illustrator. I hadn't made anything for her, which was kind of like sad. So most of the people met her and said hello and took a photo. And so I walked up to her and I said something like, "Space Mom Rez, I think you're really wonderful, and I want you to accept what is on my hat." So I awkwardly take off my hat and kind of wrestle with it for a moment. And I give her this Fox McCloud button pen thing. And she looks at it and she's like, "What is it?" And she looks at it, she's like, "Oh, fuck yeah." and so the for the whole ride home, I was like, I got a fuck yeah to Rez. So, but that's my meeting Space Mom story. I wanted to share it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Like and subscribe and stuff, please.